It is Paper Pumpkin time for the August Paper Pumpkin Kit, which is time for cake. For these, I just get started with playing with a few ideas to give you ideas. I love using kits as a starting point. So I'm not going to make the cards that came in the kit. We're going to do different things. And then I'd like to see your cards over in the Back Porch Stampers. So let's see. I go down here. Figure this out. Okay, one of the things I love about this kit is it's a double stamp set. So if you ever just wanted numbers, and look at how pretty this is with the curved happy birthday. I think one of the advantages to a paper pumpkin kit is all the different words, collecting the words. You know, I love little long, narrow words, and make a wish is cool, a little celebrate. It just gives you so many choices when you're making cards and you just want to tuck something in somewhere. But I'm going to set that aside. And then these are just some of the leftover things. Now, I like to just give myself a little time, a couple of hours. It's kind of my game with myself. I'll do a little limit and how many cards can I come up with and whatever amount of time I'm going to give myself. So one of the first things I do is look at the envelopes because we want to make sure I don't need fancy envelopes. I don't care. You know, if you know, you can make these just as is and you're going to send that extra finishing touch. But I like to pull them apart and then I'm left with all kinds of scraps. So to do this, I will just do one here. I will cut off the bottom. And then I'm going to cut a side and then I can cut it down more if it needs. See, then I will open this up. Okay, perfect. I will come down this side. Actually, what I would do is I'm gonna actually just cut this off first. I use my chop and dice. I'll just be very honest. I like to, I prefer that because it just, I can just, you know, it's just because I'm familiar with it. It's really no reason. But do you see I'm cutting off these pieces? I want that little bit of white off too. So I'm just going to go through and do these so that I have extra things to work with them. And I do this on the folded line, although I might keep that and use it on a folded line too. But for now, I'm just doing that. So if you go to my blog, you'll see all the measurements for the cards I'm using today. So I'll put those there because today I'm just going to create. So I'm going to do that with all of these. And then that's where my extra little pieces come from. Okay, let's get started. So this is one of the card bases. And I think this is really cool. It's actually going to look like this. I did this second card we're going to do. This is how it shows, but we're going to do something different with the inside. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss that. But I also thought, what else could we do with this? So I took one of them and I fussy cut this part out. Then I've taken Moody Mauve, same as this background. So we're going to have the same kind of background. A regular cardstock. So 5.5 by 8.5. And then I scored it. I'm going to show this. I scored it in half. So 4 1/4. And then 1 1/2 again. So that's 2 1/8. So it scored at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. And so it's going to kind of fold like this. And then I have 3 pieces here of from my envelopes. And I am going to put these. Okay, let's see. I'm going to put one up here. And one, I might as well do both of these. Whoa, kind of, yeah, it's sticky. What can we say? Okay, then I'll put one here and I'm going to put one on the inside. So I'm adding this extra piece of Moody Mauve, okay? So this is my card so far. I'm going to decorate this and I'm going to do it similarly here. Let's see. I was looking for my silicone mat and it disappeared. So we're going to just do this on the table. We will always make do with whatever we have. Okay, so I'm going to put, is this cool? These are pre-cut, so they're in there. You get a bunch of these different things. I'm going to put that one in the middle. Put this one on top. So I'm just laying those. Okay, let's see what else. I'm going to just put this fork on here. And the fork, I really would like my, so, okay, I do. It's under here. Most things are under here. They just get buried. I hope you can relate to that. The reason I'm using the silicone mat is you can see when I put this on, it won't matter. I won't get anything sticky here. And if there's any extra stick here, it just will rub right off. So it's just perfect. Okay, so I'm going to put my fork on. Okay, now I'm going to attach this, and it's going to have to come way to the bottom because you can see how this is really a tight fit, but it's okay because I wanted to do this idea. So I'm going to attach that and put this clear to the bottom. Okay, cool. So this is my card that's just flat. This is going to be it open. So I have made a cute little stand-up card, and now I need something to hold it up. So I'm going to do the Make-A-Wish. Now with this, I'm going to add a little twine or this copper, whatever it is in here. It's not twine. It's much more elegant. Copper thread. I'm not sure. Cording, something like that. And I will attach this in here, put them through the holes and through here. Okay, I'm just going to cut that extra off. And I'm going to use these glue dots, which come in Paper Pumpkin too. So I tell you know, and you get the navy, the navy ink. It's cool because each month they do different colors of ink. So it's a good way also to add to your collection. Okay, so I'm going to put all these up, take these off. Okay, and then I'm going to put this right here, and I'm going to put this right there. And look at this cute little pop-up card we've got. I think that's just really fun. And it's going to lay flat, and this looks fine in the cover too, but it's going to pop up into a fun little card like that. That's card number one. And now the second one, the thing I thought immediately when I saw this card. Oh, so you're going to notice when I fussy cut this out, then I use that part. We still have this part. We're going to use that on this card, part of the part from the one I cut out. I'm leaving this one so I can work with it later. Okay, I want to do something different on the inside. So this is what I decided to do. This is one sheet that comes together. I just cut it in half. These are going to be my sides. I'm going to do one of those little pop-out card things here. So I want to have a strip of cardstock here that is 1 inch by 8 inches. And I am going to score it at 4 inches, so it's right in the middle. I've got 2 1/4. Whoop! I have 2 1/4, and I have 5 3/4. And again, these are on my website, but you can kind of work with these. So what I really did was I scored it in the middle, and then I have 1 3/4 inch out the side. This is what's going to go in the inside of my card. So you can see it's going to be a little pop-up card, and I have to figure out where I want these to go. I want this to go. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I thought, well, I guess I better, but it just, okay, so I want them to go like that. Okay, so I am going to attach these at the 2 ends, and I'm just going to kind of eyeball to hope that those are pretty much in the center. There. So now it'll be flat, but you see when I fold it, it's going to fold like that. And then I can press it straight. So if there's any give, I can do that. Now these are going to go on the sides. So I could pop them up, but I'm going to just let them be this way. So I'm going to put this one right here. And then I will put this one. So I started these ideas, but I didn't complete them. So we can just kind of complete them together here. I need to kind of hold that up to eyeball it a little bit, but we're just eyeballing. I could measure if I were being really fussy, but I'm not. Okay, so I have this part. And then because there are the numbers in here on the stamps, I just thought this is really cool. So we're going to make this for a special birthday. We're going to make it for a 60th birthday. And you can see I took the leftover part and just cut these out from down here. So now I am going to, I'll just put a little tape there and a little tape there. So I'm going to put the 6 right there. And I just think that makes a fun, special 60th card. And you can still write down here, or you can always put paper on the back and write. So this is hooray, it's time for cake. And then there's the special birthday inside. So how cool is that? Okay, that's that. Moving right along, let's see, I'll just kind of try to stack things. Next, let's look at the, okay, what I did this one similar. I don't know if it's exact or not, but it's similar to the one that is in the directions. The one in the directions ends up being like this. And I would just say, to be perfectly honest, I like things a little plainer. It's sometimes some of this just seemed a little busy to me. So I wanted to make it a little plainer to suit my style. So isn't that fun? If you're an over-the-top stamper, you can take any idea I ever share and make it over the top. So I think that's fun. But I wanted to have more basic colors. So I just did this instead of having the really busy background. So first, we're just going to attach this. Okay, I'll put that on. And then for putting this on, I will just use glue dots. Let's see if I have, yep, here we go. I will take this and put glue dots on. Okay, this is my, I love glue dots. I just go through them so much. We're just gonna make sure it all works. Okay, so here is my Make-A-Wish, just with a little quieter background. And now we're going to open it. And so we see, so we'll open it and you can see this, we can easily retie this. We'll just have to pull that through again, but that won't be a problem. And then someone will open it like that. Lost count, but it's time for cake. And I think, isn't that fun? Okay, so first I did that, which is similar to what's in there. I'm going to set that aside. And then I thought, well, let's fold it a different way. So this time I took the same thing, but I'm going to make it a different fold. Instead of this being, let's see, let's look at this again. Okay, I'm going to lay this out. So on this one, this was the inside. I thought on this one, I'm going to fold it this way. So it's just a little different idea here. So when you open it at the end, the happy birthday is right there, but you can write on the side right here. And then if I close it up this way, it's just it's just blue. And then I can decorate the top. I could also close it this way and do it similar to the last card, but I'm going to do it this way. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I get tired of tying those little twines. So I thought, you know what? I'd really rather try a belly band. So we're going to, but I was just thinking about that. A belly band doesn't work, does it? Because we've got to slide it off to open the card. Okay, that idea just went out the window. Let's just, oh, I know what we can do. Okay, so I'm thinking here, we can make a belly band and attach the belly band to this. Oh, this will be interesting. We're going to see if this works. This is all, this is playtime. I think as adults, we need more playtime. I'm going to just put this on. And if I were being really fussy, I would do my scoring thing on the back. I'm not going to be. I just want to make sure it's loose enough that I can pull this out. Okay, this is going to be my idea. We shall see. I don't know if it'll work. Let's just see. Otherwise, I could make another kind of pocket or something. So I don't want it to be too tight, but I want it tight enough to hold it. So you know what I'm going to do since I'm going, well, let's see. I'm going to play with the bottom first. Okay. Well, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Okay, this is going to work for opening one time. We'll see if it works for opening more times or not, because right today, I'm not going to care. I'm going to put this on. I give it to the recipient, and if the card can't be put together again, then, you know, it just is what it is. Give up being concerned about that. Okay, so now here's my card that, see, you're going to pull this out. And then let's see, do I have room to put? Yeah, I was just going to put the It's Time for Cake right down here. Now, the background that I'm using for this and the last card is one of the other cards in here. I just cut apart the front and the back. Okay, so I put that. And then I thought I could use balloons, see, and make a different kind of thing. Okay, if I'm using balloons, here's what might have made more sense. So I'm talking through. This might look more appropriate for balloons, but you know what? I could do that. I could still put Time for Cake up here, couldn't I? You could put it both places. And as you're putting this out, you know it's really time for cake. Okay, I'd have to make another one, but just keep in mind that's what I'm thinking, because I'm really just going to decorate on this band. Okay, so if I take this and put this one right across the band, and then I'm going to take, yes, we'll take this one. So you can see I'm putting a glue dot on, but I'm just making sure it just sticks right on the band. Okay, so that one's going to go right there. And then I have one more of the pink here. Okay. Okay, well, how fun is that? See, I'm thinking, yeah, well, I have to think about it. What do you think? I'm kind of thinking it should look like that. But I also don't know if it really matters, because I think that's cute too. And then the recipient's going to pull this out, and we'll see if it ever goes back together again. Oh, and it's a good thing because I had it upside down. They're going to pull it out, and there's like its own separate little card. Oh, fun. Okay, we'll see if that works to put it back together, but I think I'll do that off camera in case I have to do any adjusting. Okay, now the last. So you can see how all this comes together. These are long to make accordions. So of course, the other option would be to cut these pieces apart and make some other cards. So one of the easiest cards ever and I love to do it all the time, is to do a basic Z-fold. So this is the pink card that you were seeing like on here that I cut apart to do the base card. So this is it. This time we are going to use it as a Z-fold. And I love doing this because you still see the whole thing when it opens it. So this is just in half and then in half again. And then, of course, I look at this and think this is just perfect to put on the front. But I just want to highlight a little bit. So I'm going to take a little bit of the Moody Mauve, just a 1/4 inch bigger. 1/4 inch is always our friend. If I wanted this to be narrow, I could change anything by making this, but this is the exact size it is on there. And then I'm going to use this for the inside to write on. So just an easy, really quick card. So now to do this, I'm going to first, going to do my inside. I guess I have some stuff on my hands, ink or something. I'm going to go ahead and put this in. And then you'll see on this, I want to only put tape on that side. So I'm going to look at this and make sure I put this right over. So it'll be the same, it'll be covered, okay? And quick and easy. And I think that's just an adorable card and just so easy. Okay, now let's take another one of these. Let me see what else I have in mind here. I'm not sure what all I have in mind here. Let's see. Oh, okay. Let's look at this one. So one of the other things I do a lot is, making strips and the strip cards, which can be any size, any shape. So I cut out a bunch of these. Let's see. I had more of these. And I just decided I liked it quieter. Like I was just saying, this seemed like enough to me to just use these. So again, now here I use the really narrow end of the accordion. And I'm putting that on Moody Mauve. That is also just a 1/4 inch bigger. So I thought this will be my accent piece. So see, I will look here. And I thought I just kind of liked the softness of this look. Okay, so now I'm going to put these 3 on. So, you know, over in the Back Porch Stampers, then we'd love to see what you make out of all this. We have a thread there each month where everyone puts their things. I'm doing cattywampus, which is one of my favorite ways to do. It's also so easy because you're not after perfection. Don't have to be anything, doesn't need to be easily spaced. Now I might want to put this up. Yeah, let's put this one up. And I can always go add some other gems too. So we're going to just pop this up. And then I just took this, and this again is one of the little cutout pieces, but I thought by doing this and by putting one of the little words on it, I can just add the little celebrate right there. I'm trying to think of where I want it. Well, let's see. I'm going to just go for it. So I'm going to tuck this under, I think, right there. Let's see. Is it fairly straight? I have to hold it up to see. There. I'm going to make these two parts, I'm trying to get a little straight, but it wouldn't matter if it's all just cattywampus either. So I just think that's kind of fun. But again, I think just a really fun, easy card. Now let's look at, I'm not sure I have all these pieces and I really don't even know what I was thinking of doing here. So we're, see, I'm just playing along. So I put these pieces out. Okay, because I have another one of these. By the time we added all these balloons on it, again, like I said, it was just a little too fussy for me. So I just decided I would do this. Use one of my strips like this, and this is going to just kind of set it off a little. So this would be my first step. And then I am going to take this. So this is going to go on here, but I was going to try to, let's see. So I'm going to do a hooray. And these are in here. These are little sticky things. Let's see. Maybe I need, it's time for cake first. Maybe I better put this one on first. I'm going to do, okay, it's time for cake. I'm just guessing, you know, so it's all, and I'm going to do a hooray. Hooray, it's time for cake. And then, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cover the cake. Oh, let's do this. I'm going to cover the cake. It's time for, and then when you open it, I would add cake. Oh, that'd be fun. Cake and then happy birthday. Oh, okay. I just thought of that. So I said, we'll go with it, whether it makes sense or not. But I thought that's kind of fun because it's time for what? Oh, I don't know. It's time for a celebration. It's time for something. So yeah, let's just cover the cake. Now, if I wanted to, I could also put a little bit of the cord just hanging down from here. Let's see, would I want to do that? Let's see. Yeah, I think I like that idea. So let's see if we can do that. My scissors. And let me see if I have room under there. Hopefully I have room to do that. This time I want one of the little, I'm going to see if this works. I am going to put this on and stick it under here if there's room. Hopefully there's room, and we're going to just see if it works. Okay. Okay. It needs a little tape or something maybe to get it just right. But that's kind of, that's fun. Okay. It's a little too long, but I like that idea. Okay. So we have that, and now we'll put this on. And again, with this, I'm going to put a bunch of these on. So I'm talking through how I play with this. And I want to hear from you. Do you talk to yourself while you're playing? Do you talk aloud or just your internal? I do both. So I know I'm rambling here, but it's like, this is when I lay my stuff out and I start talking about, well, what could I do with this? What should I try with this? So this is a little behind the scenes, but I like that. Now, I think I would add some more. This to me needs a few more like little copper gems. We have some of those in the trim. I think I will put that on because I think that would just kind of extend it. I didn't want to add more balloons, but I think that would work. Okay, then I had one more because I just didn't know what to do with all these balloons, because I know these balloons can all go on here too. but I just, like I said, I'm just going simpler. This is another one of my favorite card layouts. So I thought I will try this. I have my base card and I have 2 strips here that are equal size. And I'm going to put one. This is the heavier cardstock that was going to be the background for the accordion cards, but I'm using it differently. And I'm going to put one on the front. I think this is just such a versatile set. And then, okay, I would change this. This should have been wider or narrow. Okay, I'm not happy with how I cut this, but we're still living with it, okay? So now what I'm going to do is put this on this side, and then I'm going to try to make a latch over here, because this is how we're going to see if this works too. This is about trial and error. I love feeling like when you make a card, it doesn't need to turn out. And I'll even do that live, and it doesn't need to turn out. Because I think we learn as much from what doesn't work as what does. So I think just being playful. Okay, so if I am going to do one to kind of hold that in, okay, right? So I'm going to put this, and I don't know, maybe this should have dimensionals on it to make it a little bigger. Let's see. Let's see if it'll do what I want it to. Ooh, it does, but let's see. Will it work that way? So when I close it, I just want to stick it right behind there. It does, and it's going to hold it flat. And man, I cut this out for something else, and I don't even remember what, but it's going to work for this part. Okay, so we have this, and we have this. I'm going to just keep overlapping all of these. Okay, and then this one, which part should this go on? This one I'm actually going to pop up, so it kind of goes with that, but it'll kind of close it. We'll see if it makes it too difficult here where to close, since this is about experimenting, because we can change anything. I think it is just fun. I'm going to encourage you to get your paper pumpkin out and just play with us. Show us what you did over the Back Porch Stampers and have fun. I think that is the biggest thing about having a kit. It's also fun if you have grandkids or friends. Just pull out your kit to do that with. Okay, I think I'm going to put it in the middle. I was trying to decide here. Okay, now I have a card. Oh, actually, I am happy with this. It's a little wider in the middle, more white than I would have thought, so I could have moved things over, but it's also fine. I'm happy with it. But again, I think I'm going to add. You're going to see the photos will be on the blog, and that list is there. I will add a few more things, and it's going to open like this, and you're going to write here. And now let's see. The trick is it's going to be hard to close up. And I'm going to say no. This is what I call a little latch card. So it could kind of be a puzzle. It could kind of be all kinds of things. So now I want to hear, what's your favorite card? And I want to see what you're doing. Thanks for watching. Karen Titus, Stamping on the Back Porch.